Brian Womble, 18 years on death row. In 2007, Womble and Paul Spear were found guilty of killing Aidan Soto in 2002. Womble and Spear plotted the murder of 42-year-old Soto, and Womble shot and murdered Soto and gravely wounded Phoenix resident Enriqueta Soto. Michael Appellate, 35 years on death row. Appellate and his brother Rudy were found guilty of killing Michael Monkman's wife Cynthia in the desert close to Apache Junction in 1990. This was just one day after Michael purchased a $400,000 life insurance policy for his wife. A judge in Maricopa County Superior Court declared Rudy Appellate intellectually incompetent and released him from Arizona's execution row in May 2009. Richard Jerf, 30 years on death row. He was found guilty of killing a family of 4 in Phoenix in 1993. He thought his home had been broken into by a member of that family. Richard Greenway, 36 years on death row. In 1989, Greenway was found guilty of killing Lily Champagne and her 17-year-old daughter Mindy in March 1988 after they had seen his face during a Tucson home invasion. Champagne's Porsche was among the items that Greenway and Christopher Lincoln, a young accomplice, later stole. David Goldbranson, 33 years on death row. In 1992, he was found guilty of torturing and killing 45-year-old Irene Katura in 1991 after she broke up with him. Aaron Gunches, 18 years on death row. For the 2002 murder of Ted Price, the ex-husband of Gunches' then-girlfriend, Gunches was found guilty in 2004. Price was abducted and repeatedly shot in a desert off the Beeline Highway. Charles Hedlund, 33 years on death row. Hedlund was found guilty in 1992 of killing James McClain, 65, and Christine Mertens, 40, during 2 separate burglaries in Chandler in 1991. James McKinney, Hedlund's accomplice and half-brother, was also found guilty and given the death penalty. Richard Hurls, 31 years on death row. Hurls was found guilty in 1994 of the 1992 essay and killing of Buckeye Public Library librarian Kay Blanton. George Kyer, 28 years on death row. After taking out a loan from Delbert Haas and gambling it away in Laughlin, Nevada, Kyer was found guilty in 1997 of killing Haas in the vicinity of Kingman in 1994. In 2020, the U.S. Supreme Court overturned the previous appeals court ruling and reinstated his death sentence. Eric Mann, 30 years on death row. In 1995, Mann was found guilty of killing Richard Alberts and Raymond Basurto in 1989 during a narcotics ripoff in Pima County and disposing of their remains in Graham County. The murders went unresolved until Mann's girlfriend admitted to state of Washington officials that she saw the killings. Ernesto Martinez, 27 years on death row. Martinez was found guilty in 1998 of killing Robert Martin, a trooper with the Arizona Department of Public Safety, in 1995 after he stopped him during a traffic check. Martinez escaped to California after the shooting, where he ran out of gas and looted a minimart in Blythe, California, where he shot Indian immigrant cashier Randip Singh. In 2018, he was given a life sentence for killing Singh. Leroy McGill, 21 years on death row. In 2004, McGill was found guilty of killing his roommate Charles Perez and his girlfriend Nova Banta in 2002. After dousing the couple in gasoline, McGill set them ablaze. Later, Perez's burns claimed his life. Because of the extent of Banta's burns, medical professionals had to put her in a medically induced coma to preserve her life. James McKinney, 32 years on death row. For the 1991 murders of James McClain, 65, and Christine Mertens, 40, during 2 separate burglaries in Chandler, McKinney was found guilty in 1993. Charles Hedlund, as well as his half-brother, were also found guilty and given the death penalty. Roger Murray, 33 years on death row. In 1992, Roger Murray was found guilty alongside his brother Robert Murray of killing Dean Morrison and Jacqueline Applehans in Grasshopper Junction in 1991. Both the couple's house and the store they operated nearby were broken into by the brothers. Robert passed away in jail in 2014. Robert Poison, 27 years on death row. In 1998, Poison was found guilty of committing 3 murders in Mojave County in 1996. The deaths of Lita Kagan, 39, her son, 15-year-old Robert Delahunt, and Roland Ware, 50, were attributed to him and Frank Anderson. Anderson received a death sentence as well. Pete Rogovich, 31 years on death row. In 1994, he was found guilty of killing Tecleberhan Mana, 24, Phyllis Mancuso, 62, Rebecca Carrion, 48, and Marie Pendergast, 83, in March 1992. Following Mana's shooting at a Superstop Food Mart, Rogovich proceeded to the Palo Verde trailer park where he killed Mancuso, Pendergast, and Carrion. He robbed a Circle K and stole a van. After a chase, he was captured. Sean Running Eagle, 37 years on death row. Eagle was found guilty in 1988 of killing Jacqueline and Herbert Williams in 1997. As Running Eagle and his cousin Corey Tilden tried to steal car parts, the elderly couple approached them. 2 life sentences were imposed on Tilden. Eldon Schertz, 35 years on death row. In 1990, Schertz was found guilty of killing Jonathan Bache in 1989. After fighting with Bache outside the motel in Phoenix, Schertz, Patrick Ellison, and others doused the man with gasoline and set him on fire. Bache lived for 4.5 hours after suffering burns to almost 90% of his body. He survived long enough to tell the authorities what happened. Allison was placed on probation after entering a guilty plea and testified against Schertz. Roger Scott, 35 years on death row. Along with Deborah Jean Milkey and James Stiers, Scott was found guilty in 1990 of killing Milkey's 4-year-old son Christopher in 1989. Stiers shot and killed the boy when they went to the desert. All 3 received death sentences. However, in 2013, Milkey's conviction was reversed and she was freed after more than 20 years in prison. Joseph Smith, 21 years on death row. Smith was found guilty of killing 2 adolescent females he had picked up while they were hitchhiking in Maricopa County in 1975. Smith strapped their lips tight and shoved dirt into their nostrils and mouths, causing both teenagers to suffocate to death. He also repeatedly stabbed each girl. James Stiers, 35 years on death row. Along with Deborah Jean Milkey and Roger Mark Scott, Stiers was found guilty in 1990 of killing Milkey's 4-year-old son Christopher. Robert Walden, 33 years on death row. In 1992, Walden was found guilty of essaying and killing Miguela Burhans in her Tucson apartment in 1991. Additionally, he admitted to the murder of Deneen Brewer Domet, but was not charged with it, and in 1990 he beat and killed Nola Jean Knight. He was connected to several other essays. Ronald Williams, 41 years on death row. In 1984, Williams was found guilty of shooting and killing John Bunchek in March 1981 after he saw him break into a house in Scottsdale. Williams was serving a life sentence after being found guilty of shooting a police officer in 1975 when he broke out of a prison in West Virginia in 1979. Williams killed a state trooper who was not on duty at the breakout. 3 months after the Bunchak murder, he was apprehended and detained in West Virginia until 1995. Please hit that subscribe button if you like my channel. See you next time. Bye-bye.